before we start this presentation, I would just like you guys to sit back for a sec, relax. Look to the person to your right, the person to your left. This is about you, and the person on your right and your left. Yeah, no, sorry, Tim too. You got it?
I'm Tim, I'm the student government president, and we're going to talk to you about involvement here on campus. Yeah! It's dinner, so you need to be very energetic.
So I'm just going to take you guys back in time, in my little time machine, to my freshman year. I moved in, I got all my textbooks, I went to class, I even made one new friend. But I need something more. I really need something more. What should I do, Tim?
Well, Matt, the question is, are you involved?
Hey, you!
Are you involved?
Yeah, that's what
So over the next 20 minutes, we're going to talk to you about different opportunities on campus, from student organizations and clubs to administration offices to Washington, D.C. So the first organization we're going to talk about is the largest organization on campus, and it's one that's very near and dear to my heart, student government. When you guys come here, you pay your student activities fee, and you automatically become members of student government. That gives you the right to vote in all our elections, and that means we're representing you. The student government is made up of 3 branches, sort of like the U.S. government. We have an executive branch with the vice president, president, comptroller, and secretary. We have a senate. The senate elections are in late September. It's a great way for freshmen to get involved. There's 5 seats representing your class. There's seats representing each school, and there's 4 at-large seats. And then there's also the judicial branch. We have the former chair of the judicial branch here, who I'm sure can absolutely recommend it to you. Student government has a budget of about $650,000. We do programming on campus, we do our concerts, we do speakers. Last year, our speakers were Colin Powell, Chris Matthews, Gloria Steinem, and a lot of others. We had concerts last year with B.O.B. and CeeLo Green. We also have Women's Initiative, which does programming and advocacy for women on campus. And we also have student services like Auto, which lends out vans to clubs. We have the Community Service Coalition, and many other departments. So if you're at all interested in getting involved in student government, there's a Senate elections, like I said, in September. There are department positions for advocacy representing student interests on areas like, on issues like housing, and LGBT issues, and everything in between.
Wait, Tim. Wait, do you see this?
Someone left us something.
What's this? Can it get through the mic?
No.
Guys, do you guys want candy?
Yeah!
I don't know if I'm
We want candy, guys. Yeah!
Here's the catch. If you're sleeping, no candy. None.
0.
If you
And
get
if
the
you're in
correct
Niece's group.
if you get the correct answer, if you guys get the correct answers to the questions we asked, we'll throw candy at you. Is that cool?
Actually throw candy at you. Alright, so you guys need to guess which OLs have been or aren't involved in student government. Sorry, Malia's group.
Elijah.
Sorry. So these are the beautiful OLs. Joe looks so disgusted. Those are the OLs that are involved in student government. They're also the coolest OLs.
I don't think so.
So our next section of this presentation is about the Residence Hall Association, also known as RHA. RHA works with the student governments in the dorms with the goal of advocating, representing, and doing programming for the student communities there. They're really working to build a greater sense of community in the dorms. So how many of you guys like Harry Potter? So one example of an event that RHA did was the Harry Potter Ball. It was absolutely magical.
So funny.
Sorry about that. They also do a lot of other events, like a Super Bowl party. They do a Thanksgiving dinner, and they do the Recycle Mania, which is when all the dorms compete to see who can recycle more. It's actually a lot of fun. And just to tell you guys one more thing, RJ also does a lot of things outside of the dorms. You'll see them at the Bender Blue House, which is something that we will talk about later in this presentation.
Which OLs are or have been involved in RHA?
Who keeps saying these people say Ralph?
Say Ralph.
Who didn't get candy?
I'd like to draw everyone's attention to Elijah's picture.
So good.
Another exciting part of being at American University is all the options in student media. The Eagle is our student newspaper. It's all over campus. Students write in it, they publish it, they do everything in it. So it's a really exciting opportunity for students who are interested in journalism or just reading something about AU. You can also do Eaglegrams, so if there's something you really want to complain about at AU, you can write an Eaglegram, submit it to the Eagle. We also have ATV, which is American University Television. It's completely student-run. Students do things like Weather Channel, sports, news, comedy skits. WVAU is American University's student radio. Students do radio shows, they play music. And if you're looking for something more creative, like creative literature, we've got N-Word, AWOL, just to name a few of American University's creative literary magazines. And lastly, it's not Patriot, but it's Town, it's our student yearbook. So if you're looking for some great memories, check out Town. You can also get involved in writing and producing it.
How many of you are interested, remotely interested in politics, government, or the law? All right, well, as you know, AU was ranked by Princeton Review as the most politically active campus in the United States. And in that vein, we have very active political clubs on campus. We have the AU College Democrats and the AU College Republicans. They bring speakers to campus, they do service events, they campaign as individuals for candidates, and they debate each other. If you're interested more in specific issues, we have clubs like EcoSense, Students for Life, Students for Choice. EcoSense is our campus environmental club. Students for Life and Students for Choice is pretty self-explanatory. If you're interested in policy on a broad sense, we have the Roosevelt Institute, which is a student-based think tank. They write policy briefs on issues ranging from defense to taxes. And also, if you don't really fit into any of these categories, we have clubs like Students for Liberty, which is our student libertarian organization. And if you're on the if you're a liberal but don't identify necessarily with Democrats, we have the Community Action and Social Justice Coalition, and many other political clubs on campus.
So with students from 146 countries and 50 different states, AU has a lot of diversity, and we also have a lot of clubs to represent that diversity. Queers and Eyes is our student GLBTA club. They do a lot of advocacy and programming for that, issues related to that. We also have Black Student Alliance, Latin American Student Alliance, SASA, Southeast Asian Student Association, just to name a few. And from personal experience, I really recommend you check out events for these clubs. Even if you have nothing in common with a lot of people there, you might find that you actually do have a lot. I've gone to a lot of events just for the free food, and I've come out with a really great experience. They do a lot of programs throughout the year, working off of multicultural affairs. So just keep your eyes posted, and consider joining a lot of these different clubs because they're a lot of fun.
And even if you don't necessarily identify with the community that they're representing, all of these clubs foster a strong ally community. So that's also important to remember. Now, most of you know that AU was actually founded as a Methodist college back in 1893, and in keeping with that, we have a very strong religious community on campus. The center of that is in the K Spiritual Life Center, the flaming cupcake in the middle of the quad. That's where a lot of spiritual and religious services happen. It's also where some non-religious programming happens, like concerts and speakers. If you're interested in joining a club, we have student organizations like Catholic Student Association, the Jewish Student Association, the Muslim Student Association, and more. And if you don't necessarily identify with any religion or faith, we also have AU Atheists and Rationalists. Last year they brought Richard Dawkins to campus, who's one of the most famous atheists in the world. Yeah, all the atheists in the crowd always really like that.
So we also have a lot of professional organizations. This is just a small grouping of them, but there's also a lot of them related to just every major, a lot of different career fields. They do a lot of events on campus, a lot of networking opportunities. So if you're interested in anything related to your major, just looking into different jobs, these are great things to check out. And they do things all the time. So there's also a lot of clubs that just don't fall into a specific category. AU Games is one of them. AU Social Media Club, which did a really cool social media summit on campus this year. There's also AU Film Society, who brought everyone to campus and spoke. And if you just can't find a club that you're interested in, you can create your own club. It's really simple. All you need to do is go to a student activities new organization recognition workshop, get 15 signatures, a faculty advisor, and then just turn in all the forms.
And it's actually very easy to do, and to sort of demonstrate that even if you don't find a club that you want, that you can create one. One of the former student government presidents really liked to play pranks on people, so he created the American Shenanigan Society, also known as ASS. Oh, and the picture just comes up, but every single OL is active on campus, every single one. So we're going to take this opportunity to throw you some candies. You want some candy? Scream, you gotta scream if you want candy. Alright.
So the point of this slide, well, I don't know, we just threw it in there, but it's a lot of fun, and being involved on campus is a lot of fun, and clubs are one of the first ways and the best ways to do that. Also, just to add, the Student Activities Office is the group that oversees student clubs, Greek life, and student government on campus, and they're a really, really excellent resource. If you have any questions about how to make a club, what forms you need to do an event, or just any planning, you can have a one-on-one meeting with your program advisor, which each club has its own specific program advisor. So all you have to do is just go to the desk or email them, and they'll sit down and meet with you. So they're a really great resource, and I highly recommend if you're looking to do anything with the club and you have questions, go to the Student Activities Office. It's on Mary Graydon Center, 271.
Would the two people in the back please take their feet off the chairs? I'm just joking, I'm just joking. 20% of AU's campus is actually active in Greek life. Regardless of your personality, regardless of your identity, there's probably a Greek organization for you. We have IFC, we have PanHel, we have NPHC. And the Greek community does a lot of great things on campus, both for people affiliated and those unaffiliated. If you're interested in Greek life on campus, professional fraternities and sororities have their recruitment process in the fall, and social fraternities and sororities have their recruitment in the spring. Which OLs are? Don't sit all the way back there. All right, you guys got them all right. Pretty much. Thomas is really fierce.
No, it's the same. I wish it changed.
The Elijah one keeps changing.
So AU Athletics, we have 16 varsity sports teams at American University, ranging from wrestling to basketball to field hockey to swimming, just to name a few. And even if you aren't really looking to do varsity sport or you just aren't experienced enough, you can join a club sport. We have over 20 club sports at American University. It's a lot like being on a varsity sport with a lot less commitment. You still go to other schools and compete. And even if you're not looking to do a club sport, you just want to do something just for fun, for kicks. You can do an intramural sport. You can join either with a bunch of friends or you can join on your own. And that's another option of doing a sports thing. And lastly, it's the AU Blue Crew, which is our student fan base. They're a lot of fun. You'll see them at all the basketball games. You'll see them at a lot of the volleyball games. And you signing up is really easy. You just fill a card. They'll give you free t-shirts. So there's Blue Crew events for pretty much every sport. The first one is women's volleyball in August. Every year at the women's volleyball Blue Out, we break the DC attendance record for volleyball. And lastly, our mascot is Claude, and this is me in Jacobs Fitness Center. It's our gym. It's a great place to work out. All you have to bring is your student ID, swipe it, and you can work out all you want.
AU is a very vibrant arts community on campus. There are a lot of different opportunities regardless of your talents, regardless of how interested you are in the arts as a career. First thing we have available are acapella groups. We have a lot of different acapella groups, including On a Sensual Note, Truck on Paradise, Dime a Dozen. Kent Keeble over there is a member of OASN, so if you have any questions about that, you can definitely ask him. Also, if you're interested in seeing a show, the Greenberg Theater is just down in Pond, Wisconsin. That's where the AU Musical Theater Department and the AU Drama Department puts on most of their shows. If you're interested in visual art, we have the AU Art Museum in Tatson Art Center across the street. Students can go there with your student ID and get in free and see the different displays that they have there. Last year, the student government started the Arts Council, which helps to foster creative and performing arts in all students, regardless of how interested you are in the arts as a profession. We also have improv troupe here, an improv troupe here called Mission Improbable, which performs typically in this room about every month. And that was actually OASN performing before Obama came in 2008. And then they came to teleprompter. So which OLs are active in athletics or the arts?
Lauren.
You guys gotta scream. Wake up.
Lauren.
Alright, so there's only... Oh, you guys, where is this? You guys? Alright, the AU administration opened up several years ago an Office of Multicultural Affairs, which helps to foster from the administration's end multicultural programming and advocacy on campus. They typically do our Heritage Months each month, and they're a great resource for our multicultural organizations and students of color and cultural and ethnic students on campus.
So AU is a fantastic place to go if you're interested in studying abroad. We have over 100 programs in 30 plus countries, and you can study abroad for either a semester or a full year. And sometimes people even decide to study abroad in 2 different places, so they might go to Spain one semester, in Denmark in another semester. And even if you're just really tight on credits or you just don't want to go abroad for that long period of time, we offer a lot of great opportunities to travel in our all-break trips. Last year there was over 15 trips, and a lot of them were based around the idea of community service. They went to places in the United States and overseas, and they were available to students summers, spring break, and during winter break.
The AU administration also opened up our Office of Community Engagement and Service. And how many of you are going to be doing freshman service experience? Great. Well, that's done through this office. They're working all summer. A group of about 5 or 6 students are working all summer to prepare that for you. And between the Office of Community Engagement and Service and the Student Government's Community Service Coalition, our tracked community service hours last year rose 1,000%. So that's really exciting, and you're really joining a community that not only values service, but really performs it. We also have the GLPTA Resource Center. That's on the second floor of Mary Graydon, where TDR is. They provide a lot of support, educational resources, advocacy and programming for LGBT students. They also foster a strong ally community on campus. I cannot underscore that enough. And across the hall from them is the new Women's Resource Center, which just opened and does the same thing for both women and men on campus, providing support, advocacy, and programming, as well as fostering a strong ally community.
Yeah, this is my personal favorite part of this presentation, the employment part. The AU Career Center is an extremely valuable resource. It's ranked top 15 by the Princeton Review, and you can get one-on-one advising appointments with an advisor. They can help you with your resume, your cover letter, finding a job. Also, 85% of AU undergrads intern. So DC is an incredible place to go to school, especially if you want to go out there and intern, get that job experience, and get the networking. And just to show you an example of what the opportunities are, there's a lot of great internships in DC. Here's for the College of Arts and Science, School of Communication, SIS, and School of Public Affairs. And COGOT is not on this presentation, but they also have their own career advising center, and there's a lot of great COGOT internships throughout DC.
These internships include the White House, the State Department, the Pentagon, and of course Capitol Hill. So wherever you want an internship, it's a wide range of opportunities.
Now, I've done a lot of different things at you guys, but you might be asking, well, where do I start? Where do I look? What do I do? The first place to start is the Common Resource Fair. It's tomorrow at lunchtime. There'll be a lot of on-campus offices, student clubs, and a few off-campus organizations. So if you want to talk to someone in that organization or that office, it's a great way to do that. There's also the Involvement Fair. It's going to happen in September this year. It also happens again second semester. And is another way just to meet student organizations like student government, RHA, and clubs. Today at AU is an extremely valuable resource. I can't tell you how many people delete it, but it's AU's newsletter, and I really recommend you do not delete it. You go through, you read it, because it has a lot of listings of potential jobs on campus you might be interested in, club events, anything that's just happening around AU. Also the job and internship fair. It happens on campus twice every year. It's when over 125 employers come to AU's campus and they meet with the students. So if you want to pass them your resume, talk to them about their career field, it's a great opportunity to do that. And lastly, there's the HR webpage, Human Resources. It has all of AU's on-campus jobs posting. There's a lot of really, really great, amazing jobs on campus. You don't have to go into DC to find them. Some examples would be just working at a desk and getting paid to do your homework, which is always a lot of fun. Being an orientation leader like these people here. Being a green eagle and helping encourage people to recycle and keep a clean environment like Christina somewhere back there. And those are just a few of the examples of jobs you could do on campus, so also check out that resource.
And finally, one of the things that we just like to leave you with is something that a lot of freshmen don't take advantage of, especially their first semester, which is the city. You typically get to college and you stay sometimes within your own bubble, within sort of the 2-block radius of AU. But DC obviously has a lot to offer us. First thing, I know it's cliche, but go down to the mall, especially at night, take your friends. It's a great way to sort of get to know the city, take in the sights, and sort of fully realize that you're now living in Washington. If you're interested in museums, there's a lot of free museums downtown within the Smithsonian. My personal favorite is the Air and Space Museum, but there's 6 or 7 other ones. We've also got some paying museums, like the museum, which is brand new and it's a valuable resource. So definitely take advantage of the city. And show of hands, how many of you are now going to be involved at AU? Fantastic. Thank you guys very much, and we'll see you tomorrow.